Y, and then we'll just do a small I with 2 L's. Terminally ill.
Alright, so how did you join Terminally Ill initially, and what is your role on Terminally Ill?
So I initially joined Terminally Ill with, it started with, I guess you could say it started with 9 Inch Males is kind of how we started getting into Terminally Ill.
Terminally Ill! Rap, I'm from Orange County! Recognize my face?
What the fuck is this?
Me and Ryan and actually a friend of ours, Kit, and Max Reach also. And we started playing this punk rock music. It's kind of like satire.
It's easier to keep it hidden.
From then on, you know, our guitarists had to leave, and so we were like, what are we gonna do? And so we just did a bunch of, we started making our own like freestyle rap songs.
My dick, I'm sticking in ya. I'm gonna sit here, y'all.
And if you haven't heard them, I suggest you listen to them. They're, you know, Hot Beef Injection. I'm actually rapping on that track. And so what happened was, you know, we just started doing that, and I actually remember the first time I met Stefan. I was at, I guess I met him before that. And that first time we started hanging out with the group was at this one chick, Tanya's house that we knew. And then they wrote Fuck Nelly on like a beer box or some shit like that.
It was a scroll.
Yeah, a scroll or something. And I was just super fucked up, laughing at it, and then next thing you know, we have it recorded at Josh's house, and then it was just a shit show from there.
I was working with Stefan Barati, the kid, and I was like, wow, this kid's really funny, and I guarantee you he's a prolific rapper. So I hit him up. You know, we met at a party one of these nights. Just for Jason Schwartz's 21st birthday party, actually, at his house.
I saw Ryan Rice-Setter next to a trash can beating out beats.
And I was drunk, as usual, and rapping and doing my shit with the pen.
He was begging people literally to freestyle.
And I was doing it and trying to get people to freestyle.
And there was too many pussies at the party.
And nobody was doing it because everyone's fucking gay. And Stefan was all about it.
And only one person even attempted at it, and he was just like every other white guy I've ever seen freestyle at a party.
And we became the best of friends and started having sex and all this weird gay shit.
It just ended up being a match made in heaven. We ended up going into the garage and stealing somebody's weed. Trent passed out, he took his shirt off. we created the band, and it's all cake and butter from there, baby.
Filling up a reservoir with all the semen I spill. I down a fifth of vodka and you know I'm sober still.
So we wrote Fuck Nelly on like a scroll, like a weird big Asian scroll when we were drunk, and went and recorded it. And then we're like, wow, this is really good music. We should continue doing this for the next forever. And then recorded the Bro Anthem. That was our next big hit single. And we started showing it to people, and people were like, wow man, this is some really funny shit. So we was like, all right, let's hit up my boy Kyle Cox and film a music video for this. We need to start taking this to the next level. And it's actually funny that we're standing here because this spot right here was in the Bro Anthem.
The fucking gym, you wanna fucking fight, you faggot? Yeah, chances are slim. If you're getting 40, you wanna drive my dad's car, yo, keep the floor down or fall. Ziggies and I'm going like it's cardio sauna. Oh, my buddies want game me, get that. That's pretty good.
Alright, sweet.
And it's all in all its glory.
King Spade tattoo on my chest.
You got
Goose jerking off the fire extinguisher. Jose Montez.
The Bro Anthem. I remember that prior to the Bro Anthem, I saved up a beard for 3 months and finally shaved it into what I thought was about the most appropriate design that I could possibly think of.
Cause I'm a bro! Bro, right? Cause I'm a bro! Bro! You get into a fight cause I'm a bro! Bro, right? With my grits and my bong and my fucking Bud Light cause I'm a bro! Bro, right? You wouldn't know!
And I really enjoyed myself. I actually got pretty into character. A lot of people say that I was doing some method acting. I didn't actually wear sunscreen even though I'm way too pale to be outside, and I ended up looking about beet red. Just like, you know, the sands of Glamis in the mirage.
So I'm fucking fishtailing almost off the side.
It was just a really great time of my life. I'm happy I was able to drink with my friends in puddles of small mud, crawdads.
Alright.
That should be number 2. Breaking my hand.
You breaking your hand on Chris's truck window. Also remember that time you broke your face
On the ground.
and then you say remember Matt Hogate.
Do you remember Seamus?
Seamus.
I can't be in the video.
What?
Can't be in the video.
Can't be the video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In case because my girlfriend will see it.
What?
Yeah, I think that's about it. That's about it. A lot more comes to mind, I guess, if I want to get descriptive with it. Those are the first things. Oh fuck, what was that band called? Fucking
SoCal Trash.
SoCal Trash. Yeah, fuck those guys. A bunch of bros hating the song.
Cause I'm a bro!
Like, I was supposed to play bass in his band, but I sucked too much to be in it, so I didn't even try. And then he made the song The Bro Anthem, which I was not a part of, but I was in the video. Did you get this?
Good start.
It was Cody White right here, because he heard it, and I asked him to be in the video, and he was super mad. He said that they were idiots and the song sucked, and he was super mad about it. And then now we're all good friends, which is kind of weird, but the Bro Anthem basically, that's what like got me into Terminally Ill.
They're like
Forgot the 909.
We kind of filmed that song late because I think by the time the Bro Anthem came out, that whole scene was dead. I think all the bros either went to jail or moved to Corona or just started doing UFC or something, and I don't think Bros is as big a thing anymore. I don't even think Cottonmouth Kings is a band anymore. So I think we were a little late, but regardless, we put it out on the interweb, on the YouTube, and people liked it. People were like, wow, you guys actually aren't a bunch of pieces of shit. You guys are a bunch of pieces of shit that are funny. And we said thank you, and decided from that point on, we need to take this to the next level and actually create a band and play these shows live and play these songs live. And essentially we developed a band, and we were still very young as a band at that point and had not too many hit singles yet. I mean, probably about 3. And Chris Rock decided, hey, you guys should play a show. You started Dankapalooza. Can you just kind of expand on how that started and why it started and how it's everything about it pretty much?
Fucking Dankapalooza, dude. It's like the bros' dream.
Chris Rock decided, hey, you guys should play a show, but too bad you guys suck so much that you can't get booked at any venues.
Terminally Ill wasn't good enough or had enough songs to play at any venue, so I created a venue in like the middle of the desert.
So he created Dankapalooza. Generators and tons of alcohol and fire and explosives and guns, and we play shows and have fun.
It's like slutty girls, shitty live bands, and dirt bikes, fucking romping, gun shooting, fighting, all this crap. Like 30 people came out, next time like 50, you know, next thing you know there's like 200 people coming out to go see like up to 6 bands, like live bands, like as far as like DJs, rappers, punk rock, like hardcore, all this. And you know, it like Dankapalooza really became like the thing that so many people looked forward to every year. Like that's like the highlight of their year, and it was like something that like we all grew off of, and it doesn't matter who you are or what type of music you like everyone fits in, you know, like fuck raves, like fuck all this, like you can go out and play live and be accepted and, you know, meet a ton of people. There's no fights, there's no like any of that bullshit, like no judgment. It's just you go out and you play and like you do your fucking thing, and it's fucking rad.
What do you...
And like a lot of like girls take their tits out and there's dogs running around and fighting each other. Only fight I've ever seen there was 2 dogs biting each other, which is fine with me.
What do you remember about Dankapalooza?
Not much. I drank a hell of a lot.
A special opportunity to say fuck you, Jesse McComb.
Just a very unique event where everybody can kind of get together, yell at each other, but in a nice way, you know, like a mosh pit where you hit someone, but you're not like actually mad at the person. That's kind of how Dankapalooza is.
This shit right here, this says 420.
There's this kid, his name's Ryan, and he wants to borrow your PA system. And I said, yeah, if he comes and picks it up. But he has to pick me up too, because now I don't want to drive. And that was it. I mean, we became friends, and their old bassist, Bryce, joined the Army. And one day Ryan called me and said, do you play bass? And I said, yeah. And there we are.
Ryan called me up and asked me to join the band, and it was already after the Bro Anthem came out, and it seemed like a really good idea at the time. It seemed like a lot of fun, and it really wasn't too developed yet. It was just like a joke that has gone too far, and came over and practiced. We were practicing in Lauren's little back house. Kind of kept going from there.
Can I get a strawberry?
Brian came into class and told me to check out this song that he made with Stefan, and he showed me that, and I was like, this is awesome, you know, it's hilarious, the lyrics were funny, the music was cool. After that, you know, he asked me to come in and do a verse on the song Terminally Ill, And after that, I just never left.
What comes to mind when you think about AAA Electra?
What the fuck is Triple Electra? Is what comes to mind.
It was kind of strange place to play shows. It was like a weird art gallery in a lockout with an industrial area with strange obscure paintings on the wall.
The room with the weird floors and blood on it and glass.
They basically let us drink beer in there and do whatever the fuck we wanted. So I have the utmost respect for them, and if it wasn't for them, we literally would have never played shows outside of Palooza. They were like the first venue that we ever did anything.
Our boy Richard actually was one of the first people that ever even believed that Terminally Ill would progress past like our initial bump.
I mean, yeah, he was open to have shows with us. I mean, every weekend, if we brought in enough people or if we had someone running the door, I mean, he didn't mind.
When we confronted him about playing a show and he asked us what type of music we were, we said we sound like Limp Bizkit.
And it actually took us about 4 or 5 shows for him to believe that we actually didn't think we were Limp Bizkit. And after that point, once he believed us, things started going much better. We became the house band of AAA Electra, aka we were the only one that played music there.
I feel like AAA Electra, I feel like that's where a lot of it started. Kind of found out who we wanted to be.
First time that we had to prove ourselves to somebody else that wasn't just a friend trying to kiss our ass for doing something that was slightly off normal.
That's our roots right there, man, is AAA Electra.
Delta Gamma Alpha Fuck, which was another one of our hit singles, but we decided that song was too long and retarded and that the video was just gonna be kind of ridiculously like the same as the bro anthem.
Hey, I'm Chris, I'm a parolee, and I love to take your child on a date with me. I like to mix LSD with ecstasy. I just got out of jail in Orange County. I slam.
And we were already writing White Boy Problems, so we're like, fuck, this song's new. We at the time thought it was better. I think it was one of the, at that time, the best song we had written, and it was shorter. It wasn't fucking 8.5 hours long, so we decided, fuck this other music video. We're gonna do this music video.
On a chop and take slush puppies to the dome.
Sammy, what does your dad do for a living?
He actually cuts hairs and sucks dicks. Alright, I guess we just gotta do it. This
Is Palmdale here?
oh, there we go.
Palmdale? Too? Yes, very nice, very nice.
This is our new song. It's called White Boy Problems. It's the story of our life.
I think I know Chris's parts, maybe. But you're probably better at it. You probably just know it.
Oh, it's all time cool. One boy in the rap thing. Fuck up back and after rock. Giving us a bad name. To the dick. Alright, ain't Darkville. Motherfucking Devo. There's something double weak in my
White Boy Problems was, man, that song was kind of a long process. We had the music and stuff for that for a really long time, and the lyrics came together slowly. And I think that was probably the first time that I felt like we were a real band.
White Boy Problems was about as ambitious as we had been at the time. That was us kind of testing the waters, trying to figure out if we were an actual band.
I wasn't raised by the streets and I never been shot. That's not to say that I don't still get harassed by the cops. Those fucking faggots always sweat me when I cruise in my Laredo. 120 in a 65, you know I ain't afraid though.
Sarcasm. Complete disregard for an actual problem or an actual struggle.
3, 2, 1. But it was on the push nigga pull my leg.
Yeah, round son of a bitch, right? So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hire out the rain, send man, y'all shit.
It was the first video that we had that actually made us feel like kind of a stable band. It was like a song that people actually wanted to hear, and it was a video that people actually liked. It wasn't so much of a gimmick. I mean, it is a gimmick, but it still is funny and serious at the same time.
We ended up not paying anybody that helped us to do a lot of interesting things. We had branding camp, we did a lot of the stunts, Blue Fire like a dragon. He went to the movie theater and he fell down the stairs. He was a really big help and actually really nice. We paid some African American boys at the skate park to do a jump over Chris. Only $1 or $2, so pretty good prices considering.
Are you proud of me, Dad? That's, you know, I mean, that's like the staple right there, you know, where it became official, like we're a band, you know, now. And White Boy Problems was, you know, I heard all them rapping on it, and it was something we all created together. It really put things into motion that we're actually going to keep writing songs, and it was kind of just the beginning of that for me, you know, joining the band.
It was definitely an interesting experience, very heartwarming. I gotta say, I grew a lot as a man and also as a father that day.
I remember Kyle showing us the finished video outside of the Royal, and it was crazy. We were all super excited, and just the way that it came together, and like it just captured all of us having fun. Yeah, when we saw that, we were all pretty pumped. And I just remember thinking like, wow, I actually feel like we are a real band now. Like, this is really awesome.
What do you think about when you think about White Boy Problems?
You know, just the struggles I deal with on a daily basis growing up in Yorba Linda. You know, I mean, it's so weird that people don't struggle with the same problems as me. You know, it's like I have to struggle so hard to be just cool living in Yorba Linda. It's like, that's a struggle, man. People in Africa don't deal with that shit. You know, like they're never worried about how cool they are. But here in Yorba Linda, it's rough. You know, you gotta be cool to get the bitches and get the money, and you know, it's just a struggle.
My name is Joshua Dupre, and welcome to Dupre Studio Recordings.
I got involved with Terminally Ill because the band would come into my studio all the time, and they'd be writing music and working on their first EP. And you know, after a while I got really interested in the band, and I wanted to play keys for them. So that's my role now, is I play keys for Terminally Ill. I also do the production in the studio.
OC Strugs, I know that you're in the song, so it comes to mind when you think of that time.
The day we wrote it was a day we went to, a couple of us went to this US Open, and then we just went back to the studio and we wound up making a song, and that was the first Terminally Ill song, anything I was in on. And the highlight of that is, one night we performed in Long Beach. The bass player Sublime was there, Eric Wilson.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Chris Rock here, Terminally Ill. We're at Deep Cuts, Long Beach. The legend, Eric from Sublime. I just want to ask him a few questions. What do you think about the band Terminally Ill? Have you heard anything about it? How do you feel about it?
I don't know, they've got those classy music, you know, they're kind of rock, you know what I'm saying?
Some inspiring words.
And he saw us play it, which was fucking awesome. And afterwards I got to recite the lyrics that I changed of their song, which even like shouts out Bradley, and he said Bradley would have loved it, and that was the best night of my life.
Here comes Usher.
My name is Mac, and I manage the Salty Yogurt Slingers.
What was your first time seeing us?
I do remember that. You fucking mobbed up in here with, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Rock. You guys were like, yo, we want to play here. I was like, can you bring any people? And you're like, yeah. Lied your ass off. And then you played and you were riding, and we were like, yeah, let's do this. I remember. Yeah.
Dolphin was awesome. It was a place I always heard about, and you know, seeing shows there, and you know, we'll play there was a big deal for I think a lot of us.
It was cool playing Halloween last year.
It's Halloween last Thursday, you know, a year ago. That's Halloween with the doll, I guess.
Dude, I remember as a little kid, like, my dad told me, like, I'm gonna go see, like, Burning Groove or, like, Liquor Fish or, like, all these bands, you know, T.O. Swell and, like, all this, Fear, like, whatever, you know, Sublime played over there, Brian Setzer, No Doubt, like, all these amazing people, you know, at the Doll Hut, and I always remember, like, I want to go there so bad, but I was never old enough to go. And then the thing is finally Ryan told me, like, oh, we got booked to the Doll Hut. But I was so fucked up when Ryan picked me up in the car to go there that I don't remember being there.
What about Chris fucking getting body slammed?
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Do you remember me body slamming you that show?
Oh, yeah. Ryan actually jumped off of the drum set when I was laying on the floor and landed his whole body on my head. And, like, I remember, like, it was the first time in my life where I've actually been knocked out. And I remember just seeing white and then, like, people's feet and, like, white. And I was, like, super confused. And then I just sat down for, like, 2 hours.
The Doll Hut was in Santa Ana, which, believe it or not, does stink as bad as everybody says.
It's in Anaheim.
It's in Anaheim, which, believe it or not, stinks as bad as everybody says. And
it was just like this little hole in the wall, but we thought it was like the best hole in the wall ever.
Which, in my opinion, is the last, like, legit punk venue in Orange County.
Oh, it's cool. It was old school. I mean, like, that's one of the staples in Orange County of, like, venues that's always been there and stuff.
If you think about the Doll Hut alone, the history behind it, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, any band's documentary, sure enough, there's a clip of them playing at the Doll Hut on that stage, and I think that's awesome. And now we have a clip of that also.
The venue that would actually let us do the shit that we fucking do live, which is just be ridiculous and retarded.
that was when we kind of had become comfortable as a band already. We had played plenty of other shows in between that and AAA Electra. We learned a lot about what being a band was there. Just, you know, trying to get people to go somewhere that wasn't 2 minutes away from their house.
And we met a lot of really cool people there, like Caesar and Villalobos from Sweaty Ball Bag and Beneath the Cellar. You have a lot to say about Terminally Ill Dankumentary. Your one chance to say it.
What do you want me to say?
What do you think of it?
That's what you gotta do this when you're drunk.
No.
Alright, so what do I think about Terminally Ill? I don't question it anymore. Fucking amazing, okay? Everything they do is fucking amazing because, goddamn, the only guy I know that can fucking pull a show with like at least 100 kids in a fucking apartment.
Tartar Control comes to mind. They come to mind.
Let's do an interview. Are you recording?
I am recording.
Okay. Hello, my name's Robert.
I'm Sean.
We're in the band Tartar Control, and about Terminally Ill.
Terminally Ill has been a plague on Orange County since...
They're not a plague. They're more like... They're a group of 5 gentlemen in a rap rock band.
Yes.
They're reliving the 90s.
All these fucking people that are like my icons and my heroes like started out here in like this fucking shithole, you know, and like now we're in this shithole and like we can get out and we can like prevail to be like what they are. And that's one thing that was like very inspirational to me about the Doll Hut is I was like, you know, it's real while you're there. Like everyone's in the same fucking boat and it's like, I don't know, like it's a way that you can relate to people that you don't know but you look up to. It's like by going through the same steps that they went to.
They were really nice to us. Really cool people over there.
Ryan and Chris had an idea to make a song about drinking boxed wine because, you know, they had discovered that was the cheapest way to get drunk. And we decided we were going to do kind of like a hard or like a more heavy, fast-paced punk, hardcore type song. So I came up with a riff to kind of go along with the vocal pattern, and me and Ryan jammed it out in like a day and recorded it.
Face first in the gutter. Yep. This song's called Box of Wine. Ladies and gentlemen. You know how I am, dude. Fucking $10, 6.5 bottles of wine. That gets like 4 people drunk.
The song, Box of Wine, or the time doing the song and stuff.
that was awesome. I mean, what comes to mind is Anton and I putting that song together in the studio for, like, in a day.
I remember when we started drinking box of wine, and just how fucking ridiculous drinking box of wine is. I mean, you get, what is it, 6.5, 7 bottles for fucking $8. It's just like, you can save that for so long. People sleeping on the box of wine.
Everything is fine when you have a box of wine, 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 box of wine.
The song, I have met a lot of people that say that that's the best Terminally Ill song. The energy is insane.
Box of Wine was amazing because we had with the video shoot, well, multiple different days, but on one of them was here in the back where we had tons of our friends and people who supported Terminally Ill come and do the pool party, barbecue, video shoot.
Box of Wine, the writing of that song and filming of that video is probably one of the most entertaining times of my adult life, only because of how just how ridiculous weekends were.
The night we had the epitome of a box of wine night in Kyle's room, and we got weird and touchy, and like clothes came off and like pouring the bag in mouths, but that's all the time, and it was just sloppy, sweaty, drunkenness. Box of wine. Slap the bag.
Oh, Why are you doing it?
And then after that, it was just like it took off, and we shot a video, and it's our kind of like our most viewed video on YouTube, and it turned into this whole big thing where it's like, we wrote the song because we drank boxed wine, and then we drank boxed wine because of the song. So it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It just led to more boxed wine, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
When I think about my era of life when I was drinking box of wine, it's a bad time in my life, so I don't really want to talk about it.
Really quick, one thing a lot of kids don't realize in this generation is that you guys are fucked. We're fucked too, but instead of being fucked like you guys, we went out and did our own shit. We got fucked up in the parking lot. We got fucked up in every parking lot we ever went to.
Trying right there, but an alcoholic singer of a shitty ass punk band called Terminally Ill. And like,
hey, it's not a punk band. It's a crunk rock band.
We're a post-alternative metal, rap, funk, experimental band. I don't listen to crust punk. I don't like punk. I'm not punk. I'm not hardcore punk.
And it was a great excuse to drink. I really enjoyed not feeling bad about the things I was doing. It was real nice. We got sloppy drunk almost every night. Our personal bubble expanded about 50 or 60 people because everybody started realizing that we drank a lot, enough to where they could drink a lot in their perspective and not feel bad. We'd be like, oh, I drank so much, like, but at least I didn't drink much as the guys in Terminally Ill.
Sick that was another song that the writing process was really, really long. I remember hearing like the music for that song long before we ever had vocals or had structure. And that was kind of one of the first times that I think we all sat, like all of us were in a room together and like contributed our input into the construction of that song. The video for that was also probably our most ambitious idea.
We decided, you know, we need to step it up from this just drunken bullshit videos and actually make something that, you know, is worthwhile and people could consider talented or, like, you know, creative. And we decided, oh, let's do an entire music video in one camera shot.
The time that we all got together to really do something for Terminally Ill was Act 6.
We ended up doing it in downtown Santa Ana, and we had a friend who lived down there. His name's Craig Longiotti.
About that whole experience and
rant freely. Well, yeah, I mean, I was really excited about the idea of doing a music video that was entirely one shot. We took a tour of a couple different areas in downtown, right? We tried the Pacific Building, because I was a tenant in there at the time. And then we went through Proof and the Santora Building. And we ended up settling on the Santora Building.
That's perfect, dude.
He knew the people in the Santorum Building, which was the underground thing, so they let us do it. And essentially we got the free right to fucking just run around that place all day.
That was a great fucking music video shoot.
I feel like what the fuck happened like this to win this podcast.
It was great shooting by Kyle. He just did, what was it, fisheye lens, like steady cam, just straight Beastie Boy style. That stupid fucking iPod player kept fucking going out on us, like when we would get the best run through of our lives.
Bro, I'm not impressed against you. Fuck! Remember, I'm perpetuating on my crime, motherfuck.
Can you guys turn it up?
I thought the experience of shooting in Proof was pretty cool. Ultimately, that ended up being our home base for the entire crew was Proof Bar, because, I mean, all the extras and everything, we wanted to make the place seem like it was inhabited with Terminally Ill fans, yes.
What the fuck happened like there's a way these podcast cats we go to wrap up the first stop. Second of all, listen up! Your child dreams, the day that we did it, we were ready and got there pretty early and set up and just started running through it. And we literally, from I think about like 12:30 or 1, we just non-stop went boom, one time. So we ended up doing it legitimately like probably 20 to 25 times in that day. And the last time that we did it, like the sun was setting, and we're like, this is it. You know, this is our last chance. Like, let's make this good. That's actually the one that we ended up using for the video.
Act 6 was the most ambitious project that we've ever done. Anything that was anything other than an afterthought, I figured would take way too long to be relevant. But it actually ended up working amazing. We got some homie hookups from our dad, Craig, and we finally got probably, I think, our most well-done music video.
Act 6 is like literally flawless.
When Ryan told me about that idea, I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome, but I don't ever think it's gonna wind up the way he describes it. And man, he and people like Craig and people at the Proof Bar, and you know, Josh helping out with equipment, they just came together and it wound up being amazing and worked out just how he had planned it. It was insane. It blew me away.
Craig, my dad. Craig, I love you, Craig. Dad, I hope you're watching this, Dad. The kid's my boy.
Act 6 is my favorite song on the record. That is one of my favorite songs I've ever written, and it's just one of those things that never gets old every time I hear it and stuff. And all the rappers did such a great job on it, and there's so much energy that carries through to that.
That's like our best song, I think, still to this day, in terms of like structure and just being catchy.
That was the first music video that I got to be a big part of. It was also my first time kind of experimenting with the keys, doing something a little bit more complicated. Act 6 was like a time in my life, I feel like.
To me, I think that that's Terminally Ill's best song. It has basically everything that you fucking need.
It was just a good time. We rented out the bar for the night, got shit-faced.
I went to Santa Barbara and I was walking around Santa Barbara during Del Chile and someone actually called me out in the crowd and was like, oh, you're the guy from Box of Wine, and I was like, do you have any drugs?
Hey, what's up, bro? You gotta fucking check out this tune!
Yeah, when this whole thing started and Ryan and Stefan had me come in and do a verse on a song, I thought that was going to be it. I didn't even take it seriously. The whole thing was just kind of for fun and kind of to be a joke. And then it just kind of spiraled out of control from there, and more songs came, and then we were playing shows. And, you know, when I look back and we actually have a physical CD with like a set of actual songs, it's crazy to think about.
All of Terminally Ill's Do You Think She'll Cry EP was recorded here in my studio. And, you know, it was a long process. It actually took 2 years, I think.
Like, I never thought, or aspired to be in a band. And, now that the fact that, I am in a band and we have shirts and stickers.
And the fact that we have a physical copy of a CD that's on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff is actually pretty cool to us. I don't know, it's the first CD we've ever, any of us have ever released on iTunes and stuff. And we're pretty proud of it. It took us a long time.
It's just a culmination of 2 years of us just hanging out and having fun, and it shows that.
And this time around we had the crowd support. You know, we did the Indiegogo video. We made more money than we initially wanted for people to put it out and get it into people's hands.
It's a huge accomplishment. I mean, we'd be nowhere without Ryan, though. I mean, he was super persistent in getting everything done. I mean, I do feel very proud that I can actually hold a tangible copy of something we've created.
So it was something that had to be done, that we wanted to do collectively, and I think we did a great job with it.
I never thought that I would even be on an album cover.
Getting up trash on the freeway, feeling depressed every day. Living out making a sound, thinking my dog about the pound. Living in a tweaker pad, getting yelled at by my dad. Dude, the cops are gonna fucking come, dude. Why would they come? We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yo, I'm the cops. Are you terminally ill from Orange County?
Dude, no, we're fucking chill. We didn't do. What's true about that? Get out of here. Hey, dude, I don't know. This tour's going okay. What do you think about it?
Okay, first of all, I haven't had chicken tenders in 4 days. Second of all, you know, okay, we got Team Super Friends. They're driving in Kyle's car. They don't want anything to do with us. They gotta stick together. We went to the store. I couldn't even go with them to get food to eat for tonight. Me and Ryan, both our phones are dead. We're driving on. We have no idea where the fuck we're going. We're supposed to be, you know, oh, we're going to this campsite, whatever, following Team Super Friends. They're not calling us. They're not telling us where we're going. We're lost all the fucking time. Supposed to play a show tonight. Okay, we're gonna play in Monterey. Show got canceled. Ryan calls around, he books another show. It's gonna be UC Davis. That's cool, that's fine. Okay, canceled. They overbooked, whatever. Stockton, shitty place, but whatever, we're gonna play a show there. Not working, they don't have a PA system, we can't find shit. So we're just camping out here in these motherfucking woods.
When you fuck with your women, you know you practice the best. We're all fucking
No. Yeah, flesh drip.
Tomorrow we're playing in San Jose.
Our biggest fan, Buster, is here. What do you think about Terminally Ill? It's the dope.
What do you mean it's dope?
Get to the show.
hell's going on? I really do feel like if we had 13 people or so in one room. I had a lot to drink. However, the good news is Matt the Kid is coming out to the San Francisco show. We're gonna rage, we're gonna party hard like Andrew WK. I'm gonna wear all white, probably all white jeans and a white tee to commemorate. What was the question? It's hard to keep my soul on the ground. Nice.
Like that.
And at last, where do you think the future stands for Terminally Ill?
The future. We got this isn't life. I mean, y'all probably play a few more shows. It'll keep changing. The members will change up. The sound will change up. I mean, it's a garage band that turned into something a little bigger than intended by most. You know, no one thought that it would get to such heights that it did, and I think that's amazing. And hopefully, you know, that momentum continues, and you know, am I speaking as if I'm still in the band, or?
Whatever you want.
Oh, okay. But
hopefully we'll be playing shows, put something else out, keep doing this as long as we can. It's already gone a lot further, to be honest, than I ever anticipated it will, and that's not to say that we've really, you know, it's not like we're these rock stars or even like we're signed or anything, but just the fact that we went on tour, we've played, you know, on the Queen Mary, we have these music videos, we've just done a lot of cool stuff over the past couple years that I didn't ever expect to happen. And man, if I can just keep having fun and we can keep doing stuff that, like what we've been doing, and as long as it's just still fun to us, that's all I care about.
What do you think the future entails for Terminally Ill?
It's gonna be really multi-genre. I feel like we're always gonna be evolving. The music's always gonna be changing, but we're still gonna have that Terminally Ill sound.
I don't know what the future holds, but I do know it's a group of crazy, artistic, whether they want to admit that or not, individuals with so much personality, and regardless of where any of us go, our story starts with Terminally Ill. Mine does for sure. I never thought I was gonna like really join the band when I started hanging out with them, but I did, and it was really fun.
I think the future, we'll see what happens in the future. I don't know if it's really predictable. It really can go anywhere. It really can go anywhere.
Well, I mean, we keep going. I mean, it's a band, and we treat it as such. You know, we we work hard. We get together at least once a week, you know, me and we've lost some members, unfortunately, you know, so we've really pulled through and, you know, everyone puts in their effort. You know, we get together on Tuesday night or whatever and we practice for 2 hours or we record new music. We have a new EP coming out already. You know, it's just a 3-song, but, you know, we put that together real fast with the means we had. When I think Terminally Ill, I think Ryan, you know, Ryan has more dedication and love for this band, you know, than all of us put together. And I'm honestly, part of the reason I'm in Terminally Ill is I'm doing it for that guy. Like, that guy, it's his brainchild, and he loves it, and he lives and shits it every day.
When you start playing bass in Terminally Ill?
I really don't know, honestly. I don't know what happened with Lauren. I'm not really sure about all that. One day I got a text from my boy Chris Rockwood. And he's like, hey, you want to play bass for Terminally Ill? And I told him, fuck yes. And it's been, what did Stefan say? Cake and butter ever since, baby.
I think the future of Terminally Ill is going to be interesting. We're in the process of writing a new album. And as Terminally Ill always has been, we're always changing, always different. We're never trying to do the same thing.
How does it feel to be Terminally Ill's biggest fan?
You know, I can't predict the future, but I see big things coming for them. There's a lot of talented people involved, and no one can deny that.
What are you going to say?
What would you say Terminally Ill meant to you, Cody? A lot. It's on that party.
And their music sucks.
Yeah.
How has Terminally Ill affected your life in a positive way?
Either just individually or everything.
It can be anything.
Terminally Ill has definitely showed me how to have fun with music and with something, you know, you're passionate about. And I'm just glad that my friends could, you know, keep with what they love but have fun while doing it. And it kind of showed me to do the same way in my life. And get it marked on me for the rest of my life. Terminally Ill!
The reason we wanted to sponsor, you know, Terminally Ill or get together with them or whatever you say is, you know, we want to build, just like Tony Hawk Pro Skater back in the day. They built up all these big bands and, you know, they put them in a video game and they showed them to the world, you know, and I'm not saying that I can show them to the world, but I hope that I can help introduce them as much as I can. You know, I don't know where I'll be in a couple of years, but yeah, you know.
What do you think the future entails for Terminally Ill?
Oh man, I think you know, everything that you do in life is what you make it. And you know, there's a lot of bands that Ryan I look up to, you know, like such as like Guttermouth and, you know, Tartar Control, and even bands as big as like NoFX or Pennywise. But the thing is that like I think people reach a level of success when they think that they're successful and then they give up. But I feel like, you know, with Ryan leading our band and like everything that we all are, I don't feel like there is a limit to what we can do. And everyone in our band is so talented that I just feel like, you know, we can switch up whatever we want to do. And, you know, if it's 30 years from now and it's just me and Ryan singing in a lounge in a shitty bar to get free beer, we're gonna fucking be doing it. Because if it wasn't for the Brown Anthem, I would have never... If it wasn't for the Brown Anthem, I would have never been terminally ill, and Terminally Ill changed my life for the better in every way. So I basically owe my life to the Brown Anthem.
Dang, that's crazy.